Hi guys, welcome back to Football United TV. I know I should have a smile on my face. I don't. Like Arsenal won yesterday, hooray! But like, with everything that's happening in the world, I cannot bring myself to be happy. There's a couple of
Amen
other
to that.
stuff, huh?
Amen to that.
Yeah, it's oh, we'll get going. This is Gunners from all corners. By the way, I'm gonna put the intro very soon, but sorry guys, just getting some stuff off my
Don't
chest.
say multiple different
Uh,
languages, please.
hmm?
Don't say multiple different languages for this one, please. Not with
No,
what's
this is
going on in
Gunners
the
from all
world right now.
corners. It's the show where we say Arsenal in multiple different accents, and it's actually like it's called Gunners from all corners, and I feel like this is a moment where the whole world should try to come in unison, right? So it's a good symbolic show to be doing, but I'm in a really crappy mood, guys. Really crappy mood.
Apart from one little corner,
Yeah, but apart from what?
one little corner.
I don't know what that means.
You said from different corners of the world. So I said from apart from one little corner.
Okay, okay.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah, but the last Fluminense game, another great victory as well. But dude, I'm sorry. Like this is gonna be shocking. Like, but the Millonarios fan, the Colombian team. Well, not all the fans. I'm sure they're all great people, but two fans specifically. Not only did they record it while they called the Fluminense players macaquinhos da favela, little monkeys from the favelas.
What the fuck
They
is
feel
going
they
on?
feel so secure in doing that they show their face afterwards because they
Mate,
feel like
mate,
nothing's gonna happen. Like,
mate. It's exactly like Saka. Do you remember Saka after the penalty shootout? Someone actually video recorded it and put it online on his Twitter and Instagram, thinking that was perfectly justifiable.
yeah. So you add to that the fact that we've had what 3, 4 days of war. That's 3 or 4 more days than we should have a war because it's
And you
unacceptable now.
tell
So
mm,
I
and
so
and
yeah,
this is why
sorry
I
guys.
keep
Like,
saying when people sit there and say I'm piping up because I'm talking about racism or something like that. Yeah, because I support a driver who's the only black driver in Formula One. Why is that? Why is that? Why is he only? Why is he only one? Why has he only been the only one? Like, there you go. So, like, and if he's gonna call it out every time he sees it, and which he has it himself, I'm gonna stand side by side with him.
yeah, but yeah. So with those things combined, plus like just personal stuff, I'm in a really crappy mood. Don't really feel like talking about football. We're gonna do some of that though. If you like, I hope you like what we have to say. But yeah, stay tuned after the intro. Yes, guys, welcome back once again. So now, like, we're gonna try to stick with football for a little bit. Great game yesterday. Great
Mm.
victory from Arsenal. Like that aspect
I'd
of
say
my life. Like,
it wasn't the greatest game in the world, but
not the greatest
performance-wise,
game.
but
You know
it
what?
was we won the game. So I
Yeah,
don't think we actually. Do you know what? In all, and I know we just did the player ratings as also on our channel
mm.
and everything. I
Yeah.
don't
Check
think
it
we
out
played.
after this stream is done,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks. I think we played well. I don't think. we probably played. Maybe some fans will say we deserve to win. Some people say we deserve to draw, or even lose the game. Right? It was a
Those
game that could have a mixture of opinions, and there was definitely a
Steven,
mixture of opinions during the comments of that stream that we just did. But
those
let's just
people,
say,
those people saying we didn't deserve to win, they have a negative agenda. They have a negative agenda. Arsenal was the better
well,
team. We
look, no, I can
dominated
see parts of.
80%
Hang
of the
on,
game.
no, Marley, I can see parts of the game where they can say that. I can see parts of it, right? And I get that. And they're bringing up those issues. They're only doing it because they care about the club, and what they're saying um, is because they want to see those ironed out because they've seen that's caused Arsenal so many problems before, like in the past, and it's been our downfall, and that's why they're calling it out. So I agree with them on that to call it out and keep the pressure on so that these improve. Because when they've kept the pressure on other things, look at those things that have improved because we've kept the pressure on it. So you have to keep demanding more, keep demanding more. So though we've done well, and I don't think we played brilliantly for under 90 minutes, I
It
think
wasn't brilliantly.
Wolves
It
could
wasn't
be.
brilliantly.
Wolves had a couple of chances they should have buried as well, so they could be done by a little bit. Because I think it should have been probably a point each. I do feel it should have been a point each with the chances in the no, the chances they had as well. They should have scored 2 or 3. The chances
We
they
had
had, they yeah. So did we. So did we. That's what I'm saying. It was a very balanced game, and it could have gone either way. And for me, that's what I'm taking from it. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. What everyone thinks about it, even if it was the most shittiest, even if you think it's the most shittiest performance you've ever seen Arsenal play, we won the game. And in those games, in those clutch moments, right, it's the people that win games when they're shit that end up getting fourth, they end up getting third, they end up getting the Champions League football, or even get the title. Champions are ones that finish games and win games like that when they've been probably poor or not deserving of the win throughout the entire game.
That's
Right?
what you're saying right now. What you're saying right now, big statement, an important statement as well. I agree with that.
Yes.
Arsenal did
Sorry.
not. Arsenal did not play poorly yesterday. We played well. It wasn't fantastic, but I'm much more proud about the will to win, right? Like the energy until the very end, like believing in ourselves until the final whistle is blown.
This is what I'm
I'm
saying. No
much
matter
proud
what
of
you
that.
thought,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. No matter
exactly.
what the performance is, no matter what anyone thinks of
Yeah.
it, whether you were completely negative, it was completely shit, and we were absolutely awful, and or you think we're absolutely amazing, the best team we've ever seen play football in their entire lives, it doesn't
Hmm.
fucking matter. What
Yeah.
matters is that 3 points are now on that fucking board, right?
Hmm.
And now Man United are shitting themselves because they can't even beat Atletico, and like they're to get youngsters to keep them in the tie against Atletico, right?
Hmm.
God knows what they're going to have to do if they get any further in the Champions League. Let's put it that way, right? But
Yeah,
if
by the
they're
way,
going
guys,
to,
if you haven't been following Spanish football, we know Atletico is a great team, but they've been doing shit this season. So
yeah, but
that's why Steven's saying
like I'm
that. Yeah.
saying, that we are putting pressure on them. And what's funny enough, Spurs are bottling it because they do. It's Spurs. Like people want to cost off Conte. I love Arteta fans. Like they want to cost off Conte, but in the same breath, they love to
Oh,
say, "Oh, it's Spurs." So which one is it? Is it one or the other? I think it's the latter. To be honest, it's always been Spurs. It's naturally Spurs. And two, Man United. They're buckling because they know the pressure. They've got to win the games. They've got to win the games. And if they don't, they buck. If they buckle just once, we're on them.
yeah.
Simple as that. And every time at the minute, when they've buckled under pressure, everyone's looked at us, and at the moment, we're delivered. So far, I'm not getting ahead of myself, but so far, we've delivered. And people need to start having a little bit more belief. Because I said, if we beat them at Molineux, we could beat them at the Emirates. Right? And most of you saying I'm mad for
Guys,
having that belief.
5 people
But
watching right now. Thank you for that. Like with the face I'm wearing right now, like I truly am thankful that you
yeah,
guys are
he's always an ugly
watching.
fucker.
So I'm usually slightly better looking than this, but
If
I have to accept his opinion
I
on my
agree with
looks. That's
this.
fine.
Like, if
Uh,
people think politics doesn't involve football, or check your and sponsors, there's some money surrounding your club and support your team. Life is politics. Life is always going to be politics, mate. Politics is part of life. It's always
yeah,
has been.
I was gonna read the comments, but
Yeah, sorry,
since
man. Sorry,
no,
man.
it's fine. You decided to mumble it instead. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. And Lucas says hi. But yeah, guys, 4 people watching now. One drop. It's
Luke,
fine.
man,
I love all 4 of you
you
guys.
wanted to be on my match reaction like earlier.
Make sure to make sure 1 second, Steven. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and go support Steven after this stream is done. Yeah, that's the big thing, mate. By the way, I truly believe like that game overall. I know we won in the like last thing we could have done in the game is score the winning goal, but that game overall was much closer to a 3-1 to Arsenal than to a 2-2 or a 1-1. Arsenal was the better team. We were the better team. And you got to give props to Arsenal for being dominant against a really strong Wolves side. Wolves, Wolves and Arsenal have been the most consistent teams fighting for that fourth position, right? By a mile. As you said, Spurs hasn't been consistent. United hasn't been consistent. I'm actually not sure if West Ham has been that inconsistent, but Wolves has been great. Like their only losses recently were against us.
Hmm.
So I think like 10 games or so. Okay, so we have another comment here. Arsenal would finish
Big up.
fourth. 100% Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, Porte, White, Gabs, Tierney, Ramsdale. Yeah,
Uh, uh,
that's our
Hang on.
core.
No, no, no.
That's our
Well, no. Drop the full screen.
drop the what? Oh,
Put the
full
full.
screen for you.
Put the full screen.
Try not to swear.
Nicola bloody Pepe.
Okay. Okay.
If without Pepe, we lose that game. And all you Artarians wanted to say he's washed and finished. What did I say?
You
I
gotta
told you there's
stop
talent there.
generalizing. You say all
No,
Arteta inners. Caio
they
never
all
said that.
do. They
Caio
all said
never
it.
said Pepe's
He
trash,
said
for example.
is it? Look, hang on. Most 90% of them. Okay, so I say 90%. Okay, love to go in an ocean. He's not fit enough for this club. He's got no football IQ. And he's never going to be rated by this manager. Right? And Nketiah was a better option off the bench than Pepe. What are you saying now? Because without him, we lose that game 1-0. Simple facts. Simple facts. He bossed that game, turned it on its head. Right? Bit like
Great
how he
impact.
turned around that. Bit like how he turned around to put that shot away. Like, and you're telling me this
Great
guy can't
impact.
go up front with
By the way,
a shot like that?
Pepe just became a dad, didn't he? So congratulations. Became a
Yeah, man.
dad. Great game afterwards.
I'm sorry.
Big weekend.
He
Big
should
week
be up front.
for them.
I'll put Pepe up front right now. I don't care. I'll put him up front right now. He's got better shooting ability in a minute than Laka.
Your man of the match was Laka.
Only by leadership. The way he commanded it. And it's only because Pepe was not, he was only substituted in. And he also, no, but he said, with the way
I'm not.
he impacted that game, I would
I'm not
make him the
disagreeing with
man of
you,
the match.
Steven.
I would
I'd
make
give that
him
a
my
shot
man of the
too.
match. The reason I give him the man of the match is because of the impact he on that game. If it weren't for him, we'd lose the game. That's
I
how much of an
know.
impact he had.
Hope you're doing all right. By the way,
Big up,
when you're finished watching this stream and you watch Steven's stream that we just did together, go back and watch last night's Fita show that we did. Mel was there, Bargev was there, Johnny was there. That was really fun. We spoke about the MLS, the Eastern Conference. That was really, really fun. Really, well, educational, really. I'm assuming a lot of people watching that are going to be learning about players for the very first time. So it was a really good one. So who else is saying something here? Big up my fellow DJ, our fellow DJ. Sorry, I'm working, but hope you're all well, guys. Well, we're as good as we can be in these days, and we hope you're good as well. No, we love you to bits. And Pepe can only play on the right. We would have
No,
to
he
move
can. He
Saka
can
to
play
the
up front.
left.
He has games where he's had played as up front as a false nine.
I
If he
think I
really had
think
to,
he's
he has
I
done
think
games up front.
he's played as a number 9 before Lille when he played for Angers, I
That's what I'm
think.
saying. But what I would say
But
is, what I'd say
I
to
can't
this
I can't
is,
say 1 second, 1 second. I can't talk about number 9 too much. I've never seen him. He has
mm,
stuff in his game that makes sense. Like he could work
yeah,
as a false 9, as a
he's
number
got
9,
shooting
like a,
ability.
1 second, Stephen, as for like a Man City number 9. But just to disagree slightly with you, by the way, as Lynch, thank you for watching, and I loved your comment from before as well.
Mm.
Pepe actually did all right when he played on the left for a while as well, because it was a little less obvious. Because when he
No, do
plays on
you
the
know
right,
why?
like people can kind of expect
Do you
what
know?
he's
No, no,
doing.
no, no. Do you know why?
Go
Do you
ahead,
know why?
go
I'll tell
ahead,
you for
go ahead,
why.
man.
Because um, you got Tommy Asu on the right. Tommy Asu doesn't get forward. So if you're going to play Tommy Asu on the right, play Saka on the right. Right? If you're going to play Cedric on the right, put Pepe there. Because Cedric's an overlapping runner. You give up Pepe an overlapping runner like he did last night. Look what he does. He destroys teams. He tears them in two because he gets the freedom
Goes
and
in.
space he needs.
Doing
Because
you right?
the defenders having to worry about two people, right?
Mm,
So if you decide to play Tomiyasu on the right, who doesn't get forward, leave it. Then what you do is you put Pepe on the left because Tierney gets forward and overlaps, and he's our main outlet, right on the left. So you do the same on the left and put him on the left. And if you're not going to
yeah.
do that because you want to keep Martinelli, who's been bossing it and doesn't deserve to be dropped, then put him up front. Who, to be honest, as much as he had a good game last night in a sense, he needs to be dropped because he's not scoring. That's why I say he should start up front. Then, or you put Martinelli up front and you put Pepe on the left, so he's got an overlapping runner.
Yeah.
But Saka also needs to be dropped. He needs to realise there's competition in his team. Martinelli's got it with who is it?
Smith Rowe.
Who's the other one that plays on
Yes.
it? Smith Rowe.
ESR.
ESR, Smith Rowe. Right? Who's Saka got on the right? No
Pepe.
one.
Yeah.
Pepe. But he knows he's not. He could have the shittest performance of his life, and he knows he's getting picked next week because the manager doesn't like Pepe. Simple facts. He doesn't like
You
him.
know what?
He's never favoured him. So if
Well,
you're gonna drop anyone, drop Saka, pay Cedric as a right wing back, and you watch it. He'll tear that freaking right side apart, and Saka will struggle to get back in the team.
well, first, before I have an opinion about that, but cousin, how are you, my friend?
Big up, Anthony.
You good?
Right, yeah, I'm good, mate. Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm a little moody, but I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. Can't complain too
Okay,
much.
mate.
I have already complained, so I can't complain more than that. But well, just before I ask you something, I don't know what that is yet. Haven't come up with that question. But the problem with I understand where you're coming from, Steven, but I feel like you're thinking about the attack, but defensively, if you think about it, playing Cedric and Pepe together, that leaves us really exposed on that side. Really exposed
Not
because
if you're
Cedric's
playing.
not a.
No. Not if you're playing teams like Watford.
Yeah,
If you're
that's the
playing the
thing.
lesser teams in the league, come on.
There's
I'll
gonna
get it
be
if you're
there's gonna
playing.
be yeah
If you're
there's
playing
gonna be
bigger
good
teams,
games for
yeah.
that partnership. There's gonna be good games for that partnership, but it's not all games. I
That's
still
why.
Pepe's a baller. Pepe's a baller. I
Mm,
still feel like he should be our fourth winger, but just like with much more
but
minutes than
Marley,
he's getting
but
right
Marley,
now.
but then that's
What?
why also then if for those big games, you'd either play him up front or on the left. There's no reason he cannot be in this team for any game. He could either be on the left with Tierney who's got cover, that means you've got cover. Or you could be up front because Laka can't score and he can score more than Laka can, right? Or you play him on the right for the lesser teams where we don't need so much cover. Because, to be honest, we had a lesser team. Wolves are a very good side at the minute. They're tough to beat and tough to break down and tough to, and also like they do work the opportunities as well. And yet Cedric managed to handle that with ease.
I truly feel like Anthony, I'm gonna ask you the most basic question of all. Like I want to hear your thoughts on the game. But while you're cooking up that answer, let me just read out Mel's comment because I agree with it actually. Miss Mel says, I disagree, Steven. It's not that Arteta does not like Pepe. He has come out publicly recently and said that Pepe is a changed player after AFCON. Gave him credit and when and where it was due, even yesterday.
I get that,
I mean,
Mel.
I blame Arteta for not playing him enough before, but I do feel like Pepe changed something about the way he trains, about the way he plays, about
but Pepe,
like,
I
he's
think
improving
Pepe's
as
had
well.
this in his locker for way before the AFCON, and there's
He
been no
needed
reason
that
to not
boost of
play him.
confidence.
Like even he should have been. You're telling me he should have been chosen over Nketiah for subs in a number of games he was
cousin,
playing.
there's something weird happening with your sound.
Yeah, you can mute him. Yeah.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that you're telling me you were picking Nketiah off the bench over Pepe in the many games that we played where he could have affected the game.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Well,
don't get me wrong. Arteta's done great by bringing him on and having the impact he's done. What I need him to do now is act on it and think, right, you're good enough to start. Give him the reward.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna be like, well, what's the point?
I'd like to see.
You're gonna let a talent go out the door.
Yeah, I'd like to see Pepe starting, and not even as a striker. I want him to start at the right wing against Watford.
Just start
I really do.
Damn game.
Yeah. Cousin, mate, I'm sorry I muted you. There was some robotic, funky thing happening. Well, still is. But when you're talking with your beautiful voice, it's not going to be an issue. What were your thoughts on the game?
I thought, to be honest with you, I thought it was a little bit poor in the first half. You know, obviously going in, we were 1-0 down in that. You know, nothing. There were so many chances that Arsenal had, and we just basically we weren't putting our chances away. You know, we did have quite a few chances in the first half. Second half, I think it all changed, obviously, when Pepe come on. I think that pass to him, when he took that ball, spam round, and hit that goal in the back of the net, I think that was I think that was brilliant. It was a good goal.
That was beautiful.
You know, and if it wasn't for Pepe, we wouldn't have won that game, basically.
Dare I feel say that it was Bergkamp-esque.
Yeah. No, let's not go that far.
Yeah. No, he was good.
Don't disgrace that, please.
It was a good goal. It was a good goal.
It was a good goal. And Lacazette's goal, I mean, I find it weird because, to be honest with you, Lacazette got the goal, but it went down as an own goal.
It was an own goal.
It was going wide. It was going wide.
It was going wide, and then because I think it hit the keeper and obviously deflected off the keeper and obviously went in.
Yes, so he had to make the save in the first place.
He crossed the ball. It was a cross. It wasn't a shoot.
Yeah, but I thought that because I was watching the game on my phone, and obviously you can't see it that well, can you, on your phone? It's such a small screen.
Yeah.
So, but I watched that. But in all fairness,
it's a pain in the arse. It was a got BTN, mate.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah, it was actually on Amazon. It was on Amazon, wasn't it? So it's But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It was good. It you know, the game come alive in the second half, and that was what we needed. I mean, the three points exactly. It was a win. That's what we needed. It was a game that wasn't going to be loads of goals. Do you know what I mean? It weren't going to be loads of goals that because we beat them 1-0 going back a few weeks ago, didn't we? Wolves. So you know, And that was my same predicted scoreline. I thought we would most probably do the same again, 1-0. But listen, we won the game, and 3 points, and then we move on. We got Watford next game, and I'm hoping obviously we'll beat. Obviously, I think we'll beat Watford without a doubt. And I'm sorry, but if Matt's listening, if you're a Man United fan, you've got a tough month ahead of you. Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Chelsea in the
Atletico.
league. Now,
And Atletico in Milan.
and Atletico Madrid. But that's obviously Champions League. We could put that aside, can't we? Because we're not in it. Do you know what I mean? So we'll let them have their fun in the Champions League. So, but in the league, I think, to be honest with you, after those games, I could see Arsenal in that fourth spot.
Me too. Me too.
In the month of March. In the month of March, I think we'd be fourth. But for some particular reason, I could see Man United being a bit spawny, and they might finish up fourth. Maybe it's somewhere that
United?
is going to be close.
Yeah.
Would you,
Yeah.
if we finish 1 or 2 points out of the top four, it's basically a win away, would you still keep him as a manager? So it's just because of a bad decision in one of the games that cost us 3 points, for example.
I mean, to be honest with you, if even in what you said, Stephen, even if it is a bad decision, obviously it's a bad decision. Obviously, it's come from the manager, and that's got to be on him, basically. You know my thoughts on Arteta. I don't think he's the right man, but I mean, somebody's got to start from somewhere, haven't they? I do think this job may be a little bit. It is too big for him. It is too big for him. I'm not going to lie. I think we do need an elite manager in, but we say all this and all that, but everybody moves about the Cronkies as well, our owners. And to be honest with you, looking back over it, I did just a small little bit of research on Arsenal. We picked up 145 million last season, and the Cronkies has given us 150 million to spend. So they put £5 million in from their own pockets for us to get these signings this season. Everybody's saying Kroenke is out. Yeah, okay, fine. But at the minute, I do feel that we sort of need these the Cronkies in just for the time being. I think the people that should be looked at the minute, it'd be Arteta and Edu, to be honest with you. But I mean, apart from that, let's take one game at a time and let's enjoy this season. We're out of every single cup. We can't win a cup this season. Let's concentrate on the league. Take one game at a time as it comes. Hopefully, Arteta can pull it out of the bag, and would love to finish fourth. It's not a trophy, I know, but at least it gets us into the Champions League. This 180 million we got to spend next season. Let's see if it's true. If the Cronkies do give it to Arteta to spend, and hopefully if we finish fourth, we might get a little bit more, obviously, to spend next season. So
I'm thinking we're spending that much money if we get fourth. If we don't, it's a little crazy.
Yeah. So I think if we don't finish fourth, to be honest with you, because I think you're talking about what, 100 million
to
spend, maybe. Yeah. So, but then again, we do know for next season is strikers. We need strikers. And we need a DM. I think we need 3 players next season: 2 strikers and a DM. I think we're fine going across that midfield. With Saka, Pepe, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Martinelli. We can
rotate midfielders. We need to replace Xhaka and El Neni.
Yeah. I think, to be honest with you, everybody's spicing up and all this and that. I think we're going to get Ruben Neves next season, because he's the only person that I feel within the budget line of buying players, he fits perfectly within that budget of around anywhere between 35 to 40 million. So, do you know what I mean? I mean, with the likes of Man United, they can go out next season. They can afford to buy Declan Rice or maybe Jude Bellingham or whatever. But with us, you'd be looking at along the lines of Ruben Neves.
I have a new agenda for DM. I really want us to look at Brazil and go after André. He's the
Oh
best,
yeah,
like best young center mid in Brazil right now. At least in my opinion, I think he's the best center mid at 20 years old. I think he's.
so,
If you guys watch Palmeiras and Chelsea, you might
yeah,
remember Danilo. Danilo was immense in that game.
that's
I think
yeah,
I think André is comfortably better than him.
yeah, yeah.
And
Well, it's like what he
so
said. Do you know what? It's like with you. You know, we were watching it and that, and I'm starting to keep up with little bits going along with Brazilian football. I mean, any time every time that we're interested in a Brazilian player, you know, I'm straight on the phone. I'm messaging you. What's he like? Cuz is he good? This, that, and the other. You know. So
cousin, admit it. Did I not change your life for the best? I changed your life for the better, mate. I did. I made you pay attention to the home of football. You're now a Bahia fan.
yeah.
You're soon gonna be on the Brazilian northeast beaches, sipping vodka from a coconut. Like it's
Oh
I
God.
changed your life for the better, mate. I really did,
Do you
for
know? I
sure.
think you have, cuz I think I might be coming over there to pay a visit. But I'll be on my. I'll leave my missus back in England, and I'll be over Brazil. How's that?
All right. Well, when you go back to England, you might be single, but yeah, please do, please do. Uh,
Right. Well,
it would be
I'm flying out tomorrow.
yo, mi casa su casa, my friend. But yeah, just a couple of comments. Wolves, they're the third best defense in the league right now. They were second before the game against us. Only Chelsea and City conceded less games. As I said to Steven, it been like the 41 past games that Wolves score the first goal, they didn't lose
Yeah.
the game. So Arsenal did something really impressive, and I truly feel we said that in the beginning of the stream before you joined. I truly feel like much more than the performance, it was a good performance. It wasn't brilliant. I was
Yeah.
really proud of the way we tried till the end. We pushed till the end, like we believed until the end, and
Yeah.
that's been missing. That's been missing, right? Like Arsenal's now trying to find the balance between the team that was considered really soft and a team that
Yeah.
averages 25 red cards a game. Like we're trying to find the balance. By the way,
Yeah.
cuz I'm not even like I'm not gonna get into this too much. I'm just asking you yes or no. If you watch the whole game, what do you think of the? Do you think Arsenal should have gotten a PK in the beginning of the game with Martinelli? Because I
Yeah.
thought it was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's every game now. It's every
Yeah.
game now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
Every
game
game.
there's
Yeah.
something scandalous against us, and
Yeah. There is. Yeah.
to Steven's point that he was asking before, I mean, I'd be frustrated, but I wouldn't be shouting Arteta out if Arsenal finished fifth with like 1 or 2 points behind fourth place, because I feel like there's more than four teams that are better than us, like with better players, and Arsenal has been screwed by refereeing this season. No other word
Yeah. They
for it.
have. Yeah. Yeah. I can see it, but I mean, it's like what you said with that game last night. I mean, they never quit, did they? You
No,
know,
no.
they would continue on. They were plugging. They were attacking and go. And basically, what we did last night
Look at
from
that
that
hair.
game.
What about
Your hair.
mate? At least mine ain't going bald, mate.
Dude,
Oh,
what
cuz
was the type of bird? Because you look like a very specific one.
Mate, mine ain't going bald. Shut up.
I'm going bald for you,
You decided to.
you
not me.
insensitive prick.
Yeah, but you decided to. Didn't tell me to be insensitive about it. Prick. Dickhead, honestly. Fuck me.
But what were we saying, Anthony?
but yeah, I mean the way we plugged in and we kept attacking in that last game, yeah. We got to take that into every game right up until the last game of the season. You know, I mean, if we want that
Yeah.
fourth spot. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, you look at it. I mean, we're a point behind Man United, and it's like now they're playing. We're gonna have what? Is it 3 games in hand of them? I think they're playing Sunday, aren't they?
Yeah, they're gonna be 3 games ahead again next weekend.
The
But yeah,
game
right now it's 2.
is 2. But I look at the table. I mean, I'd rather be in Arsenal's position than Man United, because
Of course.
you look at the players what Man United got, and with the players of what they've got, I'm not being funny. They should be in with the top 2. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, Man City. So basically, they should be something like 3 points behind Liverpool. You know, so it's a 3-way battle to the Premier League, not 2 but 3. But I think all
It
these
should be
Man
a
United
4.
fans basic. Why 4? Because Chelsea's not.
Chelsea's got a side that should be up there.
Yeah,
Well, Chelsea's
they
got a
have a
side
really
that.
good team as well.
They have
Come
got
on,
a good
there
team.
should be.
Yeah, but I mean,
When we said at the start of
let's
the
be
season,
honest.
we said we're not getting near top 4.
Yeah, but Lukaku ain't doing that great, is he? Let's be honest with
Yeah,
you.
but when he came in, we all expected Chelsea to be up there with them.
Yeah. That's right. I did as well. But obviously they're not. I mean, Lukaku, 98 million for him. No, and people moans about spending 72 million on Pepe. So, do you know what I'm saying? So,
Leave
any
Pepe
Chelsea
alone,
fan.
man.
Oh yeah, he's better. Yeah. But I'm just saying, he's not doing it, is he? This season for Chelsea. I mean, for a
No.
98 million pound striker, £2 million less than 100 million, you'd be expecting Lukaku to have scored 30 goals a season. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because
That
as a
20, right? Like 20 something.
Yeah. Because as a striker, you come in as a striker. If I was a manager and I spend, even if it's like 75 million on a striker or 90 or whatever, I'm expecting at least 20 to 30 goals from you. You ain't got 20, 30 goals in you for the amount of money that I've paid. You're not playing. You're going on the bench. I'm sorry, but that's me.
You see what's happening here? I'm doing what Spurs do every time I get near the top, have a nosebleed.
Your nose is bleeding, mate. Are you okay?
No, I'm doing what Tottenham do every time I get near the top of the table, have a nosebleed.
No, I got the joke. Funny joke, but are you okay? Like, I'm more worried
I'm
about you
fine.
than Tottenham.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine, man. It's just they're bluffing it,
I
man.
actually, that's you were saying, like, we're talking about the chase for top 4. You know, like, it would be really inconsistent if right now I told you guys that I don't think Arsenal's finishing 4th, because for a while I've been saying Arsenal's finishing 5th and Spurs is getting 4th place. That's clearly not gonna happen. So now I gotta bet on Arsenal finishing 4th, mid, and it's looking good for us. We're the best performing team that's chasing that
That's
fourth.
what I keep
fourth spot.
telling people.
Yeah.
Do you
We're the
so
most
right
consistent.
now? So Steven, do you? I'm not asking, like, do you think Arsenal's finishing 4th? Like, if you were to place money, do you think Arsenal's getting that 4th place?
It should.
Okay.
Whether it will is another
Semi-confident.
matter.
Semi-confident.
And there's only one reason. I'm not seeing them dancing until it's over, because I've seen what this manager's done already last season.
Yeah.
In
Everyone
his
should put us in the
defense,
final last season of the Europa League, at least. We didn't get there.
in his defense, Arteta in the league tends to finish better than he starts, a lot better. So, like,
but he
I
puts us in
feel like
such
the
a
bad spell of this
situation.
season is in the past
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, but Marley, he puts us in such a shit. No, he isn't. Do you know why?
Why?
February and March is Arsenal's fuck up period. Sorry, but it is. How many years down the line have we watched Arsenal in January, February, or March bottle everything? The FA Cup, the Champions League, Europa League, whatever we've been in, all seems to disappear at once within the space of a week.
But in the
Even in
Prem
0304,
last season, that
even
didn't
in
happen.
0304, we nearly did it. We even did it in 0304. If it weren't for Henry against Liverpool, we would have lost the record as well. We also been knocked out of the Champions League and FA Cup in the same week of that year as well.
Fine, Stephen. But
But
in the
that's what I'm
Prem,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
that didn't happen
I'm
to
not
Arsenal last season.
last season.
In the Prem, it didn't. In the Prem
Because
last
we were
season,
too
Arsenal didn't capitulate.
because by the time the freaking FA Cup started for us, we were out of it. We were out of everything by December.
So are we
Because
now.
he bottled everything right at the start.
We
of the
bottled
season.
everything this season too, so we should finish fourth.
Yeah, but
If he
whether
keeps
we will
up,
is
if he
another matter.
stays consistent.
Yeah, hang on. The last time we got this close was Emery, and what happened? Everyone said we were finishing third. What
Who
happened?
was Emery?
Yeah, but are you telling me Emery's a better? Are you telling me Arteta's a better manager than Emery?
I'm saying I have more. I'm saying I have more confidence in Arteta managing Arsenal than I have Emery. Not a better manager. I can't say that with everything that Emery's won, but managing Arsenal, I like Arteta's job much better than I liked Emery's. Much better. We play so much better.
You do know
mate.
Emery was doing that with a squad he was never getting his way with the squad.
The football was always so miserable, so boring. We could win like 10 games in a row, and it was.
You've seen that compared to Arteta.
I prefer Arteta.
No. We actually played some attractive football under Emery at times. I'm gonna admit. In that season,
when do you play attractive football under Emery? Attractive football.
In the game, trust me, I went to some of those games during that season, that first season with Emery. It was quality football.
Against Valencia, that was the one really that was a good performance.
2-0 against Chelsea at our own gaff, right?
We had
the
some
game
good
against
results.
Man United. The performances. I was there. I was watching them.
Do you know when Unai Emery was manager?
Napoli in the Europa League. I went to both games. Napoli was the away game was even worse than the home game because we bogged it down. But the home game, we tore them apart in the first 30 minutes.
Do you remember in the Europa League in the semi-finals when Unai Emery was manager? I was watching that game on TV, right? And guess what? You can actually hear the Arsenal fans up singing, and they were chanting. There's no word they were chanting, "We got our Arsenal back."
Yeah, they were singing it after Fulham, mate.
Yeah, as well, yeah. And I got.
In the end, Emery had his hands tied because he was never. This manager has got every player he's wanted so far. Every player he's wanted so far, he's come out and said he's got. Right? Emery, he wanted Zaha, he got Pepe. He wanted Owa, he got Guendouzi. Right? He wanted a certain keeper, he got Leno. He didn't get the players he wanted. He got the B class players that he wanted.
Yeah, I agree.
And yet he didn't have the back end. And yet with Kolasinac, Mustafi, right, Jenkinson, Czech, all these dead weight players that everyone says were crap and no use, got him to a Europa League final, and people still want to mug him off and say he's shit. Come on.
I do. Yeah, I do. I
no,
really do.
Come on, mate. Come on.
I really do.
He got that dead weight
Emery
team that apparently Arteta can't do shit with. He got that. If Arteta can't do shit with that team, and he's better managing on Emery, how did Emery get to a final then?
Emery is a phenomenal Europa League manager, mainly if he's managing a Spanish club.
He's got closer to the top. got
He
closer to the
lost
top
the
4
title
than
with
Arteta's done.
PSG in France. He lost the title with PSG in France. I'd win every season if I was manager of PSG, mate. I'd win every season. You just got to tell them,
But
play
until this
football.
season,
It's so much better.
The trouble is, though, you think of it,
Hang on,
PSG
we
wouldn't have
don't
been as
even
good
know.
if it wasn't for Unai Emery now.
But
He was the
Anthony,
one
we
that
don't
brought in
even-
Mbappe.
Anthony, we don't even know
Okay,
yet.
but
Hang on a minute. We don't even know, right, if by the end of the season, if Arteta's got any closer to top 4 than Emery has. Because he's the closest he's got us to top 4 since Wenger.
Yeah. And
Right?
what was that? Was that
Yet
by 1
people
point?
want to still... yeah, it was by 1 or 2 points. And people want to mug him off.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm sorry. Look, you can back Arteta, but don't mug off Emery. Right? Because Emery was doing a good job with substandard players that he didn't want, and he was being told to make do. It's only when they got rid of the board and the people running the joint, right, and also Emery, that they then started. Oh, we actually need a manager, and we actually need to give him what he wants if it's going to work. Right? But I'm not having this mucking off Emery. You could back Arteta as much as you want. You can even think Arteta is better than Emery if you really, really want to. But don't mug off Emery and say he was shit. Right? Because with the squad, but with the squad he had to get us to a Europa League final and get us in and get us 5th place is a frigging miracle. Because the season before, Wenger couldn't get it even above 6th. He couldn't get it 6th the season before, and then Emery comes along with substandard players and gets it 5th in the Europa League final. Gets it 1 place further than Wenger couldn't. But apparently he's useless.
Yeah.
I don't think he's useless. He's got his merits. I never trusted Emery, and I don't have a lot of trust in Arteta, but I do trust him more.
You just got respect to what he did do at the time he was here. Yes, he did need to go. He did need to go, right? But if you're telling me I would have taken at the time when Arteta was signed, I was like, give Emery back, please, because he's got no credentials. And I'm still going to sit here and say it's going to take years for this guy to even get to a title-winning level. He's got a long way to learn yet. Long way to go. Yeah. I'm not sitting here waiting for it.
So what you're saying is, Steve, for Arteta to win it. So for Arteta to win the league, are you talking or have a chance to actually go for the league with Man City now? Are you talking like maybe 5 or 6 years time?
Yes, because he's got to grasp. He's got to get the mentality of doing a title race, which takes years. Yeah. It took Klopp years. It took Pep years. It took everyone years. It took Alex Ferguson years. It took so many people so many years to learn how to be able to mentally keep up and do a title race, right? Especially with the level that Man City and Liverpool want to do it at, which is so much higher than when it was back in the Wenger Fergie era, right? It's unreal, right? But like, and I'll say,
I mean, it does take a long time. It takes a long time.
Yeah,
it's taken me. But yeah, Anthony, I'm 43 this year, and I'm still not with a model. I'm still waiting for her. So,
but here's the thing. And this is what these fans don't seem to get the hint. You can sit there and say we've got the best young team in the world, right? How long is it before Martinelli says, I ain't waiting any longer. I ain't getting any older. Right? I ain't getting any younger. I need to win trophies. I deserve to win trophies with the talent I've got. How long before Saka gets tempted by another club? He's already getting looked at by Liverpool.
Smith Rowe.
They won't wait. If they get offered the big money, whether in Champions League or not, they'll think, oh, Man City, we've got more chance of winning there. Bang, gone. Smith Rowe, gone. They'll go. They'll happily disappear.
And Ramsdale. Ramsdale will be gone as well.
But that's what I'm saying. They'll go to bigger clubs that have got more chance of winning Champions Leagues and leagues that we have, right? Because they're not going to sit here and wait for a manager to learn his trade. And this is what these fans don't seem to get. The longer we sit here waiting, the more likely our players are going to disappear, right? And gets
Yeah.
picked off by other clubs. Bit like what Wenger had to put up
If you're
with
watching
Eddie.
this right now, I want to politely ask you to ignore the title because I had this stream set up to say "Daring to Dream," and
I
these
know,
two
I'm
are
just giving
killing the
it's a
dreams
reality, man. I'm just having
altogether.
reality. You can dream as much as you want,
Steven,
but have the
Steven, Steven,
reality.
Steven, 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 Steven. 1 second. A
You can't
lot
sit
of
here for
people, a
years and
lot of
expect it just to
people, a
come.
lot of people, a lot of people mistake reality for negativity. They're not the same thing. People have got to find the balance, mate.
I
Arsenal for
get
a
that,
while now.
Marley.
Arsenal
But I'm
for a while.
saying,
1 second, mate. 1 second. You've spoken a lot. One
yeah,
second.
I know.
1 second, buddy. Arsenal for a while now has been doing well. We had a shambolic January that combined a horrible transfer window with some really bad results. But with that and the three first games of the season, with those two excluded, Arsenal has been great. And trying to come up with reasons to cuss out Arteta right now doesn't make a
No,
whole lot of
no, no,
sense
no, no,
because
no,
he's
no.
been performing well.
Marley, it's
You
not
can
cussing him
see the
out. He's
culture
been doing well.
changing. One
Marley,
second.
he's
You
doing
can
well.
see the
He's been
culture
doing well.
changing. Most
You
players
get,
are
you miss
improving
it.
on
No,
him.
you miss getting it. You miss getting what I'm saying. He's done well. I grant you that he's done well. I'm not going to sit here and say he's not, right? But what I'm sitting here saying, there are still certain issues that need to be cleared up with this manager if we're going to be able to win the league, right? And also, if the fan base are going to start jumping up and down, screaming, shouting, saying, "Yee, empty shit! Look, we believe and everything like that because we're getting top four," right? The board will either look at that and say, "Oh, the Arsenal fans are happy, so we'll just stick where we are," or two, right? Continue with what is continuing this process that might take a year or 2 or 3 or 4, and the longer you take, the more these players will be. Well, how long until they actually start winning, or just they'll go
I
somewhere
agree with that.
else. They'll go somewhere else, and this is why we can't wait. You can't wait forever.
But we're
We all
in the
said
middle of the
we all,
season. We're not
we all
in a
said
transfer
Wenger was
window
the
right
last
now.
big time manager. We all said that Wenger was the last long term manager that we're going to see in sport, in the football, ever. So why are we now expecting we're going to do it with Arteta?
Lads,
We have
lads, I
Go
I
ahead.
got I gotta go now. I gotta go on another stream. Me and little Charlie got our stream at 11 o'clock.
Absolutely,
All right.
mate.
Always,
It's been a
man.
delight as always. Anything else you want to shout out, my man?
Yeah, I do want to shout out. I just say you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find me also on SVT TV.
Match.
Like, subscribe, and also if anybody can make a donation, you can find me on Football United TV here with
If it,
Matt and my cousin who's doing a great job.
Thank
And
you.
also you can find me on Dugout Daily. And
singles.com.
last but not least, if we can all chip in, and we're most probably going, well, we must try and get Stephen Lade or something. So if that's the case,
I don't need that at all, you swat. Just because you ain't had it in a while.
yeah. All right, mate. Cheers.
Now the title
And
"Daring to Dream" makes sense again. So
yeah.
I'm going to hell just because of one joke Anthony made. It triggered another joke, and now I'm going to hell. I'm sorry, guys. But
Marley, after some of the jokes you told me in DMs, you're definitely going to hell, bruv.
no idea what you're
You're
talking
fucked.
about. You're lying. You're lying to people now. I never told
Bullshit.
any joke to Steven. I never joke with Steven. I'm a very serious gentleman.
Fuck off.
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
but thank you, cousin. It's always a delight.
Yeah. It's nice to be on a stream with you, and also with Stephen as well. All right, lads.
Right,
Even
man.
though
Take
you
it
think he's-
steady.
Even though I think he's a prick.
I'll catch you later.
Catch you later, cuz.
And
Catch you later, mate.
yeah, catch you later. Take care. Look after yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, take
for
care,
sure,
man.
man.
Right then. Right then. Bye.
Catch you later.
Mm.
I think we're actually gonna, dude. I said it was gonna be like a 20-minute stream.
Yeah,
It's
so to be
almost an
fair,
hour.
we're doing an hour,
I'm
that's
not
right.
gonna let this go over an hour. So, mate, yeah, tell us where we can find you. I'm sure no one in this channel has ever heard of your channel, right? Because we never
Oh,
contribute
if
together.
you haven't, go check SVE TV. We do Arsenal and football content. I'm supposed to be the most negative fucker on the planet, unless you're Luca.
One of them.
Then he's probably the most deluded. But you probably find him on there sometimes. Me just going like, for fuck's sake. Yeah, you can find us on there, talk about Arsenal, football content. Like, we do multiple streams, banging out content as much as we can. There's a certain glitchy thing I've got to make as well. Another video I've got to make. But yeah, make sure you do follow us there. Go support this channel as well, and also support SVD F1, where we do content on all the latest news from F1, as well as we'll be doing previews, reviews, and watch-alongs for all the Grand Prix coming up this season. Should be better than ever. So make sure you go and check it out. It's going to be action-packed and best reactions ever, trust me. And yeah, and it's all to support Children's Liver Disease Foundation. So do subscribe to both channels, but on SVE TV, do become a member because you'll donate monthly to Children's Liver Disease Foundation. Peace.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is like, guys, I want to shave my freaking hair. I'm waiting on you. We're like 200 away, something like that. I can't stand this anymore. I'm aware it doesn't look good, but I made a promise. I can't shave before. That would be ridiculous. So, like, please, guys, donate. It's only a couple of bucks. But yeah, guys, go back and watch our content. Watch the stream I was just in with Steven. Do pay attention to the FITA stream, guys. I know it's out of this niche that we have here. We don't talk about Premier League football there. We talk about football in the Americas. There's so much to learn. There's so much good football in this content where I live. We're constantly going to be talking about Brazil as well, Brazilian football, and you can see that Arsenal is clearly looking at Brazilian players more and more. So it's always interesting. Check out all the content. We have a really important football politics show coming up next week, and another Gunners from All Corners, another FITA show, everything. Follow us on social media, and that's it. Let me find the outro. Thank you so much for supporting us and still you watching us. Yeah, ciao, guys.